Hi, I'm Han, founder and director here at RinggitPlus and also a certified financial planner. And today, in today's episode of the RinggitPlus Show, the show where we talk about everything personal finance, I'm going to be going through a little about investing, emergency funds, and maybe a cool option for either one of the two ASNB funds in general. Now, ASNB is a very popular investment option for most Malaysians and we're more familiar with it, but let's find out more about how we can impact it onto our investment strategy. In today's show, I'll also be going through a little bit about the myASNB app and how you can use it to access ASNB funds within your investment portfolio. For many of us Malaysians, the year 2020 and the first half of 2021 has been very difficult due to the pandemic. I want to focus particularly on how it's impacted our own finances, right? And how it's very important that going into a pandemic and now coming out of it, every single one of us should consider having emergency funds. And it's become so important in the past year and a half. So what are emergency funds? Very simply, it's a small sum of money that you keep aside for emergencies. How much? About 6 months of your expenses or income should do the trick. So having emergency funds is very important, but did you know it's quite important to also consider investing it? Why do I say that? Because if you're just saving your emergency funds, you're leaving it at the risk of being inflated away due to inflation. So having emergency funds is a very important thing, but where should you put it? As a certified financial planner, I think it's actually important to invest your emergency funds in somewhere which is very low risk and highly liquid, i.e. you can take your money out anytime that you want. And why is it important to invest rather than just save your emergency fund somewhere? It's all because of this very important concept called inflation. What you don't want is to have inflation erode your emergency fund while it's sitting away in some bank account somewhere. So it's very important to invest it. So over the last 18 months from 2020 to the first half of 2021, we've seen a huge shift in digitalization of businesses. And the financial services industry is not an exception. We've seen the rise of e-wallets, digital banking, and digital insurance services, making it easy for Malaysians to access financial services products through the convenience of their phones at home. Not only that, we've seen the rise of retail investing in Malaysia, with Bursa Malaysia declaring that over double-digit gains from 2019 to 2020 and a doubling since then of retail investing in Malaysia. So with the rise of digital investing here in Malaysia, and what I've just mentioned about the importance of investing your emergency funds, not just saving it due to inflation, it's a really good time to have a look at some of the options that are available. And one of the most popular ones that we can see now is the myASNB app that allows you to access ASNB funds entirely digitally. For the first time ever, you can now register for a brand new account on the myASNB app directly. No need to visit a branch or speak to an agent. You can now access funds directly from the comfort of your own home with your smartphone. So, as you can see, using a smartphone to access apps like myASNB to manage your investments makes it a very easy thing to do anytime, anywhere. If you're an existing ASNB account holder, you can just sign into the app with your existing login and password and be able to access the app immediately. If you're a brand new user, you can just use the app to register for a brand new account simply by following the step-by-step instructions within the app. So once you're registered and logged in, you're probably wondering, which ASNB fund should I invest in? Well, on the app itself, you should be able to see the 6 fixed price unit trust funds as well as the 10 variable price unit trust ones. If you're not sure which of these two types you're supposed to invest in, there is a simple questionnaire that ASNB provides that you answer a few questions and ASNB will recommend you some funds which meet your risk profile based on those answers. But if you're asking me as a certified financial planner, if you're looking to invest your emergency funds, you might want to consider the fixed price unit trust funds because you can't take that much risk on your emergency funds and therefore can't afford your funds to go below the price of one. So I did mention that it's a good idea to keep at least 6 months of your salary or income as an emergency fund. But you're probably wondering, what's the minimum that I can get started with ASNB funds? Well, good news, you can get started for as low as 10 ringgit and 100 ringgit for every subsequent deposit. So that's not a bad way to get started. And after you've put your money in, you can simply use the myASNB app to track your portfolio and monitor your investment performance over time. And this should give you a lot of confidence to consistently invest over a long period of time. And that's not all. The myASNB app also features the latest campaigns and promotions directly from ASNB. So you haven't registered yet? Don't miss out. So there you have it. If you're looking for a place to invest your funds safely, why not consider doing it with the myASNB app? A place where you can register, invest, and monitor your portfolio entirely from the comfort of your own home. And this becomes quite important, especially now during the pandemic. Don't take my word for it. Why not download the app from the Google Play or Apple Store and try it for yourself? That's it for today's RinggitPlus Show. Take care, see you again soon, and stay safe everyone.